person would be Councilman Resnick.
Yeah, I also see this as being a multifaceted strategy of what we need to do. First of all, it's amazing to me that there have not been early detection and warning systems in place all these years. I think it's shocking. When I represented gas station owners with a little corner gas station with a 25,000-gallon gas tank, they had to be double-walled and you had to have early detection systems. I want to know where those safeguards have been and what are the other Porter Ranch prospects of other kinds of problems like Porter Ranch in the district right now. We must get a handle on safety, early detection systems. I think damages for the people who have been affected, not only their property damages, but people's entire lives have been, and entire life savings might have been damaged and destroyed by this horrible situation. And I think we need to be advocates for them to ensure that not only the insurance companies, but all of those who are to blame for this horrible situation be addressed and be held accountable. And then it's very, very important. I think the most important thing is to ascertain how we can avoid these situations in the future. I think that situation, that storage facility has been there for 60 years. What else is in our district that we need to be mindful of and careful about? Sorry. It's hard to answer these in 1 minute. I mean, it's really much more complicated than that. All right. Matthew.
Well, this has been a central focus for me to be fighting this. These wells cannot be operated safely. These wells are 60 to 80 years old. They were intended to be used for only 20 to 30 years. They are eroding, they're decaying. The safety valves were taken out because they were inconvenient. The safety valve could have shut this down immediately. We need to be much stronger on regulation. Our regulatory agency, Dogger, has a dual purpose of both regulating and promoting oil and gas, and we shouldn't have the state promoting oil and gas. So first thing for the Senate to do is to take promotion out of Dogger's venue. Another thing is we need to be stopping using natural gas. We need to be getting off of fossil fuels. If we put a solar panel on every roof, and we combine that with incentives to make sure that gas appliances are replaced with electric appliances. We reduce how much natural gas we use. We wouldn't need to have this storage. Thank you.
Pollock.
The frustrating thing with this gas leak up in Aliso Canyon is a couple-fold. One is they've released so many greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and set us back years in the good work that Fran and Henry have been doing to control emissions. There's also a local perspective to this. On our Air Pollution Control Board on Tuesday, we had a representative from the gas company that we were grilling over the Porter Ranch issue, and we've even had a couple of complaints of people smelling gas over on the Santa Susana side of the hill. But from a local perspective, we need more tools to regulate methane in general. Methane is not only a greenhouse gas, it's a reactive organic compound that's the precursor to smog. And had this accident happened in the middle of the heat of the summer, the health effects would have been disastrous. We would have had so much work. We're not meeting federal standards as it is, and people all over the San Fernando Valley would have gotten sick from all the smog that it created. So yes, Dogger is too close to what they're doing in regulating. I think we need to have more control, and I think we need to also regulate other sources of methane in the atmosphere.
All right, Henry Stern.
So I was out at Shepherd of the Hills last night in Porter Ranch till about 11:30 at night, talking to the families out there, people who are worried about their homes going underwater. There's a lot of fear. What's in the air? What are we breathing? So our response, there's a lot of press and fanfare, and everyone likes to get on the news and talk about this issue, but this is real, right? So Senator Pavley and I are working on a framework right now to put a moratorium on that entire formation that's leaking, right, on all those wells. No more use of those wells until they can prove to the community that they're absolutely safe to reopen. We're also building a mitigation fund to make the families whole and make SoCal Gas pay the costs. Slightly different with Richard on this. He's done amazing work, but on the National Emergency Disaster Declaration, that puts federal taxpayers on the hook, and I want SoCal Gas to pay the full bill here. They should be paying the cost. They should be paying the cost. We should have a clean energy transition plan, and that's what we're trying to get through the legislature right now through SB 32. The last point I wanted to make is about why are those homes built there? right? Why have we built homes this close to a giant fossil fuel infrastructure? So we need to be looking at our land use policy very, very closely and get to the bottom of this one. Very, very closely.
All right, George.
All right, you guys, I own a newspaper and I'm working on a story on this, so I got a complete and full briefing from Congressman Brad Sherman yesterday. I was on the phone with the congressman for about a half an hour. Basically, this is going to be fixed in March. That's what everyone says. There's nothing else that we can do about it. They just say it's going to be fixed in March. They're drilling 3 different wells 1.5 miles down to plug it. They came in and put like mud on the top and just screwed it up more. The congressman was telling me it took all the effort to move heaven and earth to get the EPA involved, and all they really do is just oversee it. He was instrumental in getting the governor to declare it a disaster area. And from what I've seen as a political reporter and then somebody that holds elected office, it is everyone working together on the same problem that we need. Getting the federal government, the state government, the city government, and the county government to all come together and solve the problem. So what I would do in future situations is bring everyone together, and I'll stop, and work together on the same issue.
All right, and ask you to respectfully adhere to the timing, because we do have a lot of questions. A lot of people want to get in. I want you to hear about the format. If it's a question to